Hello everybody, Matt here from The Plant, and today is episode 13 of the 320 Marathon Training Programme, and this is the last episode before we actually do the marathon, so it's a little bit of a preview of what's coming up for the marathon this weekend. You may know, if you've been watching a lot of the series and following the channel, this is the Manchester Marathon that I've been putting a lot of effort into the training for the last few months. I've been putting in about 1,000 kilometres into the training over the last 3 months. I'm really hoping to push on to get a 3:20 marathon time this time around. Just reflecting back on the training for the last 3 months, I suppose before that I probably did another 800 kilometres or something like that. For the previous 2 months, which was basic easy going aerobic base building work, and then the last 3 months since the turn of the year has been specific 320 marathon training. So done some work down at the track, probably not as much track speed interval work that I'd like to have done, but we managed to get a good 3 or 4 sessions in down at the track. The biggest change that I put into this marathon was doing the longer runs. So I wanted to do in the training block 32 kilometres or longer in my long runs. So typically 32, 35, 38 distances. But also put marathon goal pace in there as well. I wanted to do 11 of those. We only managed to do 9, and basically most of that came down to we just couldn't do it because we've had some ridiculous storms through pretty much through the whole of February this year and a little bit of January. It's made it very difficult to get out and do those kind of runs. Still managed to get the mileage in, but not that marathon goal pace efforts that I wanted to do. But yeah, it's been quite good. I managed to get a lot out of it. I don't think I managed to hit all the points every time I wanted to do my workouts. I managed to build up the marathon goal pace from doing 4 kilometres on and 2 kilometres off for 32 kilometres, and then switching that over to doing it for 35k and 38k. And that worked out reasonably well, but I probably found out that I'd actually it was too much to do them back to back every week. I probably want to space it out more next time. Or maybe I'm probably a little bit fitter than what I was when I started, so maybe it wouldn't be too difficult. I went back to do that again next time around. And then we just started building it up from there. So we've managed to do 8 kilometres on, 2k off, and a 38k run, and that was quite a successful workout. And then probably one of the biggest long run challenges that I managed to do was to run a 50 kilometre. One of the reasons I wanted to do that is to kind of like what I found out running the half marathons was that I was able to kind of like, by training the longer distance, longer than the half marathon, I managed to dial out the issues that I had with cramp. And obviously now that I'm training like kind of 42 kilometre distances, full marathon distance, I don't have a problem with cramp at the half marathon distances. Never had it for a long time. So it's something I'm building on my training. It takes a while to get it right. You can't just run these distances easily. It takes time to build it up, but 32 kilometres is now quite an easy distance for me to run. I can pretty much run it most of the time, or at least once a week anyway. If I could do that every week, and I don't find that to be too much of a problem. But trying to step up and run, maybe run 35 kilometres more frequently, 38 kilometres more frequently, that's something that's going to come in probably in the later training blocks or later into the year. Two of the big runs I was really excited to do this year was the marathon effort, progression run, and the regression effort. Now, the progression run didn't really work out too well. I must have been really tired at the time, or at least I felt it, through the run, and I just didn't manage to achieve what I wanted to do in that progression run. Actually turned out a bit of a regression. But nevertheless, the start of the run and the middle part of the run wasn't too bad. And then I tried to do a progression run, and that was running at faster than marathon goal pace for the first 12 kilometres, and then switched to about 14 kilometres running a little bit slower than marathon goal pace. And then I wanted to back off a little bit even slower than that to running at just over 5 minutes per kilometre pace. And I couldn't quite hold that last bit at the end. And both of those were a bit of an experiment as to how I could run the marathon that's coming around next weekend. The two ways I was trying to do this was to go out fast at the start and slow down, try and get the work done early in the race and take it easy at the end. Sounds like a good concept when you've got lots of energy, but didn't quite manage to keep the pace I wanted to at the end of the run. And then the other way was to progress, and that just wasn't. I really need to try that one again. I just didn't have the energy on the day. So I think my strategy for the race will be to basically go out, probably the first couple of kilometres I'll be a little bit slower than marathon goal pace, and then just marathon goal pace for the whole race, so 45 minutes per kilometre for the whole race. The course that we're running at Manchester, I got an email from them recently, and I think they were talking about something like 50 or 60 metres elevation gain throughout the whole route. So in terms of that, it should be very flat and very easy to keep a decent pace out. So I'm really looking forward to that. So kit-wise, it will be the Vaporfly Next%. It will actually be this particular pair, the Next% 2. And the last few runs I'm doing this week in the taper are like kind of a 10 kilometre run that I've just done today. And also I'll either do an 8k or a 10k again probably on Friday, and that'll be it really before it becomes with the marathon. So I'll be running at kind of tempo pace close to marathon goal pace, and in the shoes I'm actually going to run in on the day. Nutrition wise for the day, it's going to be the Morton gels for most of it. I'm still thinking about whether I'm going to use that Cis Surge gel, possibly or probably not. Just come the end of the race to pick myself up, I don't know. Maybe I'll carry it and make the decision very, very late in the race, like 38 kilometres or something like that. I'm on the Precision Hydration tablets at the moment, so I'm making sure I'm getting a lot of these into me. Well, not a lot of these, but water into me with hydration tablets in through this week. Something I usually just have like a couple days before maybe, but I'm trying to drink a little bit more, keep the salt levels up. And then in the actual race I'll be taking these with us, the zero type electrolyte tablets. Obviously I won't be carrying water myself, but I'll be using the water around the course, so it'll be a case of taking the tablets with us and having to administer them into the water as I'm going around the run. The other thing I'm probably not going to use these shorts. I don't know if you saw in my recent video that the Sace Guy running shorts, they're really, really good for carrying the gels in the side pockets, like that. And you can get 2 gels into each side pocket, which is pretty much. I'll probably take 5 gels on the marathon, at least 4 into the side pouches of these kind of Morton like regular size gels. And actually the Cis ones fit in there as well. They're a little bit bigger because they're higher in water content. And then they've got like a zip pouch in the back, which is very good. But I didn't quite like they kind of felt like they're a little bit too tight around the bottom of the shorts, like just over the top of the knees. So I'm possibly not going to use those and stick with the Nike ones that I've been using for recent runs. And the other thing we'll be taking is the Garmin 645 GPS watch. Monitor myself through the race and see how we get on. I won't be taking earphones on the day. I really like to be looking at the watch a lot and checking out my paces, my heart rate, reading back all the data and understanding what's going on. So not so much the heart rate, because I will keep an eye on it, but I've had runs where the heart rate does go astray, and obviously the watches aren't the most reliable thing for heart rate. I don't really want to wear a chest strap where I'm on the day, but it's more to keep an eye on the pace and the time and how we're progressing through the run. Knowing what time I'm going to take my gels and things like that. And I'll probably be taking my gels on distance rather than time. So that's my quick preview review of the Manchester Marathon. Really looking forward to it. If you're running the race yourself, wish you the best of luck. There's going to be a good few videos coming out after the run. We'll be taking the GoPro with us, so I'll be filming on the run. Weather condition wise, it's looking like it's going to be good. It's been changing over the days. I've been checking it for the last week or so, and we're looking like it's going to be overcast, which is ideal for me. Possibly the sun's going to be breaking through. There's going to be a little bit of wind apparently, between 7 and 10 miles per hour. So not great, but it's nothing you can grumble at, because it could be a lot worse. Okay, so on to the Manchester Marathon. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.